Most people believe that opportunities disappear due to external factors, due to a lack of contacts, due to bad timing, due to other people's decisions. This belief is comforting. It is profoundly misleading. It is not the world that repels opportunities. It is indecisive mind. This is not a judgment. It works. An indecisive mind doesn't understand what it's doing. She believes she is being careful, analytics, responsible, but inside, she wavers. And all internal fluctuation weakens the field. The world doesn't respond to what you want. He responds to what you supports. That's the law. A mind that changes direction with every stimulus sends out an unstable signal. An unstable signal does not create continuity. And without continuity, opportunities don't last. They even get close, but they don't stay. Not because you don't deserve it, but because the countryside offers no security. The world seeks stability. Always. You can see this in everything. People, business, relationships, money. Nothing grows where there is no firm internal direction. An indecisive mind creates a fragmented field. And a fragmented field cannot support anything great. This is inevitable. Indecision doesn't just exist in our thoughts. She goes down to the body, for breathing, for the rhythm. The body begins to hesitate before acting. The gaze doesn't hold up, the posture gives way, and the world notices. He always notices, not as a criticism, as a reading. The world reads signs, no intentions. You might really want it. But if your internal system is still trading with fear, the signal indicates retreat. And opportunities don't present themselves to those who retreat internally. It always works like this. An indecisive mind doesn't fail due to a lack of ability. It fails due to excessive internal negotiation. She asks too many questions. She revises too much. She procrastinates too much. Every internal delay creates noise. Every noise weakens the presence. A weak presence does not attract. A weak presence repels, not out of malice. For the sake of consistency. A powerful aura arises from a non-negotiated decision, not with absolute certainty, but off sustained internal clarity. While you wait to feel completely secure before making a decision, you remain expressing doubt. Doubt does not support expansion. The world responds to firmness, not perfect. That's the law. An indecisive mind lives in a state of alert. And a system on alert doesn't expand, he protects. Overprotection creates retrenchment. Contraction eliminates opportunities. Prosperity requires regulated openness. Avoid impulsive exposure. No defensive closure. An indecisive mind oscillates between these extremes. It opens up too much. Now it's completely dated. This back and forth creates instability. And instability is not an invitation. You can tell when something good is coming your way. One chance, an invitation, one possibility. If deep down you start thinking, what if I'm wrong? What if I lose? What if it's not the right time? The body tenses. Breathing becomes short. The presence is divided. Opportunity senses this. And he walks away, not because she thinks, but because it responds to the field. The field doesn't lie. A determined mind creates a dense field. A dense field provides support. Sustainability is what allows growth. An indecisive mind creates a shallow field. And nothing heavy remains in a sparse field. This is not vague spirituality, it's dynamic. An indecisive mind lacks confidence in its own direction. And the world reflects this lack of trust. While you're wondering whether you should go, the world is looking for those who have already left. While you ponder this internally, the world moves externally. Not because we're in a hurry. By alignment. Alignment begins within. Internal decision-making doesn't mean rigidity. It is wholeness. It's when thought, emotion, and action move in the same direction. Even though I'm scared, even with uncertainty, an indecisive mind disrupts this alignment. She's thinking one thing, feel another one, age differently. This misalignment creates energy noise, and the world responds to the noise with distancing. A strong aura doesn't need confirmation. She stands by her position. She doesn't change direction based on every outside opinion. She listens, but it doesn't dissolve. This internal stability creates quiet authority. Silent authority doesn't need to convince. She is noticed. Have you ever felt this in someone else? People who don't talk much, but when they speak, something falls into place. It's not the right tone. It's the state. This status stems from a consolidated internal decision. An indecisive mind cannot solidify, it spreads. Internal spreading reduces force. That's why opportunities don't stay fixed. They pass by, they flirt, but they don't stay. Prosperity requires permanence. Staying requires a decision. Decision-making requires quiet courage, not the courage of impulse. But it takes courage to stand by a choice without constantly negotiating. Most people believe they need more information to make a decision. In fact, it requires less internal negotiation. Too much information fuels indecision, because each new possibility reopens the conflict. While you keep internal doors open for fear of losing options, you don't cross any. That's the law. A determined mind calmly closes internal doors, not angrily, not with pride, but with maturity. She chooses a direction and remains. This permanence changes everything. The body relaxes, breathing deepens, the gaze stabilizes, and the world feels it. A stable presence is inviting. An unstable presence breeds distrust. The world trusts those who trust themselves. This always works. An indecisive mind weakens the aura because it transmits continuous insecurity, even when she smiles, even when he speaks eloquently, even when trying to appear confident. The field does not respond to the discourse. It responds to the state. An indecisive state creates invisible micro-setbacks. These micro-setbacks accumulate, and the result is stagnation. Not a dramatic stagnation, but a constant feeling of almost. It almost works. It almost happened. Almost there. That almost is a sign of indecision. A determined mind moves away from almost and into is, even if it's not perfect yet. Even if it's not complete yet, she chooses to support. Sustaining is more important than starting. Many people start, few can sustain it. And the world responds to those who sustain it. Sustaining something doesn't require strength. It demands consistency. Consistency arises from firm decisions. When you make the decision internally, you stop sending contradictory signals. The field is being cleared. The aura strengthens. This force is not aggressive. It's stable. And stability attracts quality opportunities. Opportunities don't seek anxiety. They seek consistency. An indecisive mind lives in disguised urgency, always afraid of losing something better, always waiting for more signs. This internal urgency creates noise, and the noise drives people away. A determined mind does not run. She walks with purpose. Direction creates magnetism. Magnetism isn't about attracting attention. It's about maintaining presence. When your presence doesn't waver, the world is starting to offer, not because you asked, but because you are ready to support. An indecisive mind repels opportunities because it offers no solid ground. And nothing grows without solid ground. Internal stability stems from decision-making. Repeated decisions create identity. A clear identity creates a strong aura. A strong aura sustains prosperity. This chain of events never fails. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to stop dividing yourself. Internal division weakens any team. Wholeness strengthens. When you feel a slight settling now, a different kind of calm, this is not a suggestion, it's alignment. Something within you recognizes this truth. You don't need to run. No need to prove it. No need to convince anyone. You need to decide and stick to it. Stay in control of your own direction. Even when fear whispers. Even when the result hasn't appeared yet. This sustained activity trains the nervous system. The system learns that it is safe to sustain. When the system learns, the aura changes. And when the aura changes, the world responds. That's the law. This is inevitable. This always works. By the time we finish here, something has already stabilized, not as an idea, as a state. His presence is more complete, firmer, quieter, you support more. And now, opportunities are starting to sense this.